Okay, we're taking a look at the Panasonic DMC TS30. This is what is in the box. Nice little strap and just the usual stuff in terms of the charger and software. There's another reviewer that's done a nice video in terms of reviewing the features of the Panasonic LUMIX camera, and I thought it would be useful to take a look at some other waterproof cameras that you might be interested in looking at in comparison to the LUMIX. So we're going to go through three cameras, the LUMIX, the Olympus TG3, and the Canon D10. And just sort of show you how they're set up and compare and contrast a little bit between the different lines. The Canon camera is no longer available, but the Olympus is being updated as well, but will probably be very similar to the to what I'll show you. First, we'll take a look at the Canon D10. This has been replaced by the D20, and I think they're on the D30 now. Although Canon really chose to not update the imaging capability of the camera at all, which is a real disappointment, which is really why I've moved away from Canon for waterproof type cameras. I think having a waterproof camera in addition to whatever else you shoot with, whether it be a cell phone or a DSLR or whatever, I think a waterproof camera is a great addition. It allows you to take pictures with your kids in the swimming pool or at the beach and that sort of thing, and not worry about either losing your cell phone or losing a DSLR. Anyway, this is the Canon D10. Features two waterproof doors, one on the side here with the access ports, and then one on the bottom, which is how you get your SD card and your battery out. Just a single lock feature, and the later cameras that we'll show you actually have a little bit more robust locking mechanism for to keep water out, which obviously is a critical thing. I've never had problems with this one, but that's always a possibility. If you get any water in there, especially any seawater, the camera is of course finished. Okay. Next, we'll look at the this is the Olympus TG3. Like I said, they're updating this model. It should be very similar to what I'll show you here. Got this one recently because the Canon, especially in low light, just was not performing. So if you're in a water park or something like that, especially if it's after dark, we were at Great Wolf Lodge and it just was not, the Canon D10 just doesn't do it. One nice feature of this is that the lens is in the middle. I sort of like that because I've been taking pictures since ancient days when we actually used film. Fairly standard layout in terms of the controls on the back of the camera, and then this one has a sort of a double locking mechanism. You have to slide something one way and then then a double lock. Then you can open up, and then that's where the battery and the SD card is. Same as the other cameras that I'll show you. And you lock it with. So it's more of a positive locking mechanism, and then there's also a side door, and that's for access port as well. A double lock mechanism. So maybe now here's the featured camera, the LUMIX, and it's actually it's very well made, and I think one of the very best things that they've done with this is that they've limited it to one door. It's a double locking mechanism again. So I can get it open here. Slide that again. There we go. And everything is in the one door. We've got the battery, the SD card, and the access. I think that's actually a much better design than the other ones. The more doors you have, the bigger your chance of having water get in, and this does have the double locking mechanism. So there it is. Now it's fully locked. Standard control mechanisms, and I'm going to show you in the video. I'm going to edit in some pictures, example pictures from each of the three cameras. Okay, here we have the Canon D10 These are just some pictures that I just took outside. It's a pretty good time to take pictures. It was right before sunset, so the colors are pretty nice. Here's the TG3, the second camera that I showed you in the demonstrations there. And then here's our featured Lumix camera. So it's very, very similar. I mean, the colors are good and nice balance. Then we'll go over to the second clip here. It's another little garden picture there. This is the D10 and the TG3. And then finally the Lumix. I think the Lumix got focused more on the little doggy thing, but otherwise they're pretty similar. Here's the Canon D10. Colors here were a little bit different, varying from moment to moment with the sunset, so that really wasn't the effect of the camera. The Lumix does a great job.